Got one person, 4 people. Hey! Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Again, another week. I don't know how many weeks I've been doing this. Maybe I should count. Hey, Garen. I hope you stay for the whole thing. I hope all y'all stay for the whole thing. Because we finna talk about some shit for real, for real. So, I will, Chris. That's Bae. Hey, Shanita. Shanita, are you still out here? If you're still there, are you still out here in Jacksonville? I'm going to get started in just a second. I'm going to wait for like a few more people to come in here. And then, fuck them, we're going to get started. So, again, got the cruise. I'm not taking my glasses off because I can't see and I have a headache. So, I'm not finna do this with y'all today. But we still got the cruise in October. It's not too late. We have a wonderful travel agent that's working with us to make sure that everybody that wants to go is, thank you. My hair is, I don't know, it's doing whatever it wants. But, yeah. Oh, tell Tanita I said hey. But anyways, for anybody who wants to go on the cruise, they're working with us to make sure that everybody that wants to go can go. There are payment arrangements that you can do. It just has to be paid in full by August. We sail in October. So that's kind of the trade-off. But today, what else do I got? I think that's all I have for you guys. Today we're going to talk about the life cycle of when you're quote-unquote talking to people. So that's what we're going to talk about. I think I've touched on variances of this cycle, you know, with all the other videos that I've done. So that's why it's important. Hey, Gabby, that's why it's important for me to kind of pull everything together and kind of make it something, you know, because right now it's like pieces and chopped up. So, yeah. So the talking stage is like a weird stage. This typically occurs when you first meet somebody, and you exchange information and you're quote unquote talking. And it's the stage where you're learning about people, where you're trying to see like, what is this? Who is this? You know, and at the end of this, or, you know, whenever the life cycle ends, you kind of categorize the people who you're dealing with. That's the end of the cycle. Like, you put them in a category. At the beginning, you're still trying to figure shit out and figure out what the hell is happening. But essentially, that's what's happening. And it's very, very strange because you do certain things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. I know we've talked about sending your representative, meaning, you know, sending, you know, somebody that you want to appeal to be like, or somebody that you aspire to be like, but it's not really you. It's not really who you are, but, you know, you want this person to believe that you are this type of person. You know, also, this is where you categorize people as being in the friend zone or not in the friend zone. You know, so it's just like, okay, what am I doing here? Like, what are we doing? So it's very, very critical. It's a very, very critical stage. Everybody goes through it. This is the birth of the good morning text, the good night text, the what are you doing text, because you're really, really interested and you really want to know like who this person is, what they like, what they don't like, and see what's similar to what you like and what you don't like. So at the end of the cycle, you can categorize them. So I would say, based on my experience with meeting new people, this cycle kind of can range from 1 week to 4 months ish, you know, and during this time, this is where you're establishing all those things, whether it be romantic or not, you know, whether it just be a friendship or like a romantic situation where, okay, I met this person, she's real cool, or he's real cool, and I think that, you know, I may want to one day date them, or I want to one day be, you know, like really close with this person. I really want to be their friend. Yada yada yada. This is that stage. Whether or not you know what I'm saying, it's romantic or not, you're still going to go through it because it's a new person. Let me not get sidetracked by like talking about other shit. But this is like, normally during this phase, like you're trying to do a lot. You're trying to spend time with people. You're trying to like hang out all the time, like because you want to know if this person is like for you. You know, if there needs to be an introduction into my circle of friends. This is where you're trying to figure that out. Eventually though, the communication fades. Everybody goes through this. Like if it's not like a long-term situation where the communication never fades, and you guys, that means that you guys are friends if it never fades. But if it fades, then that means that this person has categorized you, or y'all have categorized each other. Hey Shalita, thank you for being in here. But yeah, that's what that means. Certain circumstances will cause people to kind of, I guess, fade away. You know, like stop talking. Maybe you go from speaking every day or texting every day or talking on the phone every day to maybe every few days. And then it goes from few days to, you know, weeks. And then maybe it goes from weeks to not at all. Like it there's variances. It ranges. And does anybody have anything to add to this? You know, because I know, like, I'm just speaking based on my experiences with meeting new people. So does anybody have anything to add, or am I doing great and I just need to keep going? I'll give people a second. Give myself a second to get to my shit together. No, nobody has anything to add? So basically, like I said before, when it's dead, like at the end of the cycle, like when like the communication has faded to like it's almost nothing, you've been categorized, whether you wanted to or not. So the moral of my story is to say what it is that you want and to be as clear as possible, so that way you won't get accidentally categorized. And what I mean by accidentally categorized is, okay, maybe you saw potential in this person, but this person fucking friend zoned you. It happens, you know, and only because we're not on the same page. We're not on the same page. We're not communicating. So somewhere or another, like I was like bloop and picked you up and put you here. So that's the moral of my story. I think that a determination needs to be made, though. A determination needs to be made. Like if you're talking to somebody in this phase, a determination needs to be made. Okay, whether I'm going to keep you here or move you over here. Whether I'm going to keep you in the friend zone, or I'm just going to keep you, you know what I'm saying, as somebody that I can hang out with on this time. Or I really want to date you, so I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to stop communicating with you. I'm just going to keep communicating with you because we're vibing. Like, you have to make that determination. And I think that when people don't make the determination and their communication just fades and it's just like, oh yeah, I know her, you know. I mean, why do you have to have that type of reaction when you can just be like, you know, we were talking for a little bit, but then like I really realized that I didn't want to be her friend, so I just told her I didn't want to be her friend. Because that's okay. You don't have to be friends with people that you don't want to be friends with. You can tell people, hey, I thought maybe you were going to turn out to be different, but, you know, I don't think that your energy is what I need right now, or whatever, however you want to say it. But I think that it needs to be said. If you don't want this person in your life, you need to say that. If you discover that this person is better as a friend, you need to say that. You know, don't keep people in the dark, because there's too much of that going on. And do we really want to add to it? I know I don't, because I'd rather just not deal with people that I don't want to deal with. And I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with people telling me, you know what? Yeah, no, you're not what I thought it was going to be. So I'm okay with that, because whether you know it or not, the life cycle that I'm talking about that ranges from 1 week to 4 months ish, that's time that you can't get back. You can't get that time back. So you've wasted all that time when it could have been said up front, when you felt, you know, maybe that this person isn't one that you really want as a friend, or this person is really not a person that you want to date. You know, you could have just said that at the beginning and then kept your 1 week or kept your 4 months. You see what I'm saying? You didn't even have to take it that far. But a lot of times we do, because we're afraid of hurting people's feelings, which I don't understand why your feelings has anything to do with that. If a person does, if you don't vibe with a person, you just don't vibe with them. It has nothing to do with feelings. You know, everybody don't get along with everybody, and everybody don't want to do, you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to be connected with everybody in a romantic way or in a friendship. Maybe I just want to know who you are, but I don't need to spend time with you. Because let's be honest, friends are people that we spend time with. Potential mates are people that we spend time with. You know, if I don't want to spend time with you, then I'm not going to pretend. There's too many people pretending. So I think that to kind of shorten the life cycle of the talking phase, say what it is that you want and that you need at the beginning and get that shit out the way. And I know that it takes some time to get to know people, but say what it is. A lot of times we just fucking just drag this shit. Just drag it. For no fucking reason. We just drag the shit. Shit could be fucking 6 months old, stale as shit, and ain't nobody said nothing. We haven't established shit. We don't know if we're friends. We don't know if we're trying to be friends. We don't know if we're talking. We don't, what the fuck are we doing? Nothing. Wasting time. Because I could have told you 4 months ago that I don't want to be your friend. Or I just want to be your friend. Or I see potential in you. I'm really trying to date you. So you can, if you don't agree with me, you can stop me at that point and say, you know what? I understand that you want to date me. However, I don't think that I want to date you. Problem fucking solved. Do you guys agree? No? Am I tripping? Because I can't get my time back. Time is something that we all can't get back. So I know that, you know, I have like a way about me, but I think that everybody that knows me on a personal level knows that I'm direct and that I say what it is that I fucking mean, and I mean what I say. Not enough people do that, in my opinion. However, every day that we wake up is another day that we have to get that shit together and to get it right. So, does anybody have anything to add to this? You know, because I know, like, I can go on and on and on about people and they fucking ways, but that's why I'm here, to try to get us together as a unit and try to help people treat each other better. At least if you don't have to dog nobody. If you don't want to be with them, or if you don't want to be their friend, just say that. Dead it right then and there. Stop wasting people's fucking time, because that's what makes people want to kill you. That's what makes people want to destroy your shit. Hey, Robbie. Is when they feel like they've been disrespected because you've wasted time. You know, because people be doing the most sometimes. Y'all be doing some shit y'all don't even need to be doing. And for what reason? For what? Because you're afraid of a potential reaction. And you don't even know what's going to happen because you ain't never even tried it. You never even said anything. So, that's just my little spiel about, you know, the talking phase. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody goes through it. It's weird. It's a weird place to be. You're trying to get to know people, but sometimes this shit just don't work out, and you need to open your fucking mouth and say, you know what, this isn't for me. Or this is what I want. I want you. And then get the ball rolling on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Say what it is. Say what it is that you feel and that you want. So I know I just gave you guys like a mouthful. I talked for literally 17 minutes. So does anybody have anything to add? Did I miss anything? Are there reasons why you guys feel like you can't be honest with people about, you know what I'm saying, if they're the one for you, or if they're a person that you could consider a friend or not? That is my question. Why is it that, you know, we foresee issues but we don't say anything within people? I mean, not just broad, you know, high level issues. I'm talking about if we're in the talking stage and I see an issue with you but I just don't say anything. I'm not wasting time anymore. I'm not dealing with things that I don't want to deal with, you know. those days are over. We've all done it. But at what point do you wake up and say, okay, I'm not doing this shit no more? It ends today, or it ended yesterday. I'm not doing what I don't want to do anymore. So if nobody has anything to add, thank you guys for all being in here. I'm here every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I talk about issues like this, but I have other videos that have, that's tied into this particular video, but it's just a portion of it. We talked about the friend zone. We talked about what do you need to see in a mate. We've talked about sending your representative, or the person that you want people to think that you are, when really you ain't shit like that person. So I don't know why the fuck is you doing all the extra shit and trying to get people to believe some stupid ass shit, because it's not true. We've talked about that. So if you guys want to check out my old videos, I put them on YouTube, but they're on here too if you guys want to watch those. I know it's going to kind of be weird because they're kind of old, and I'm talking to other people as we're going through the subject, but this is what I do if you're new. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here, and I hope that maybe I gave you something to think about, or that maybe I've helped you try to figure out a situation that maybe you were in with somebody that you were talking to. So if nobody has anything, y'all know y'all can email me at askdest@gmail.com. That's askdest@gmail.com. If you guys have any other topics or any questions that you want me to address on here, I will do that. I got a question already, so I'm going to do that question next week. It's very, very interesting, but there's a lot of moving parts to it, and it's very intricate, so that's why I feel like this, rather than put a Facebook post about, the topic, I'll just talk about it on here with you guys, because, it's something that I never ran into in my life, but maybe y'all have. So I have a little 2 cents to put in with that, but if you guys don't have anything else, thank you. And see you next time.